On the very first day, on 17th, you have your maths examination for the CBC board. So, hopefully, your revision is going into the right direction with the right pace. So, just keep the momentum high, keep your revision on the top. So, just to revise from the few of the selected topics, I have taken two questions for today's live session. The one question which is just solved in front of you, basically drop the sorts of this question. So the question is that the perimeter of a sector is given to you as 31 centimeter. So let me write it. The perimeter of the sector is given to you as 31 centimeter. 31 centimeter, right? Let me zoom a little, my dear friends. Let me zoom a little. Right? Now, from here, we can say that if the perimeter of the sector, that means if the triangle is like, the circle is like this, right? Then the perimeter of the sector is 31 centimeter. That means, let us say if O is the center of this circle, then a sector will be formed when it is bounded by two radiuses, right? So this is radius 1 and this is radius 2, because both are same, because the radius of the same circle, and it's given that the radius of the circle is 6.5 centimeter. 6.5 centimeter. Now, my dear friends, if perimeter is 31 centimeter, definitely the perimeter is the length of the border, length of the outer border of any geometrical figure, right? So here it's given that if this is not known to you, let us assume that this angle is theta, then we need to find the area of this sector, my dear friends, right? So area of this sector need to be found, and let us assume the length of the arc of this sector is L, right? This is the length of the arc. This is arc. So my dear friends, we need to find the area. We need to find the area of the sector. What is the area of the sector? Is what? Sector area, that means if this is O, let us say that where the radius is striking the circumference is A here, and here it's B, right? Then the area of the sector OABO. OABO. This is a sector basically. OABO is your sector, and this area need to be calculated, my dear friends. So, for the very first step, the perimeter is 31 centimeter. Then what is the perimeter of OABO sector? OABO, we know the concept of perimeter, my dear friends. Perimeter is the sum of the outer boundaries, right? It is 31 centimeter, so it can be written as equal to, start from O to A, this one, right? O to A plus A to B, this one. That means your small l length of the arc. Just write AB. We will put up the value into the next step, plus B to O. Again the radius, right? B to O. Right, my dear friends? Here OA is radius, BO is radius, right? So put up the values over here. Then, since perimeter is 31, keep it into the LHS, into the RHS OA, the radius is 6.5. Just write 6.5. Instead of AB, the length of arc is L. Just put L instead of AB. Plus BO. BO is again the radius, that is 6.5. Now you can see here it is a simple equation in one variable where L is a variable to us. So that means the value of L is calculated as 31 minus 6.5 plus 6.5, that is 31 minus 13 is the value of L, which is coming as L equal to 18 cm. 18 cm. So my dear friends, we calculate the length of arc as equal to 18 cm, right? If the length of arc is calculated, then how to find the area of the sector? Area of the sector is having very standard formula. Area of the sector, which sector? OABO is equal to half, as we are doing half into base into height, right? Similarly, for a sector, it's equal to half into L, length of arc, into radius, right? This is a standard formula for the area of a sector, my dear friends. And we are knowing the value of L. L is nothing but 18. Just put up it over here. Into R. R is nothing but 6.5 into 6.5. So 2 will divide this 18 in 9 times, and 9 into 6.5 will give you 9 5 45, carry 4, 9 6 54 plus 4 58. So my dear friends, 58.5 centimeter square is the area of the sector, and in this way this first question is solved. 58.5 centimeter square is the area of the sector, my dear friends, right? Now I'm going to take another question of coordinate. Okay, why? Because already mentioned into the details that the question is already, the sorts of that is already I have published yesterday. But let me take up the question again, okay, so that I can explain the things in front of you. The question is that the midpoints of a triangle is given to you, the coordinates of the midpoints. So let us say the triangle is A, B and C, right? If the triangle is A, B, C, then the midpoints of this is D, E, F. Midpoints for the, we need to find the area of the triangle A, B, C when the coordinates of the midpoint is given to you. Midpoint, the center of AB, the midpoint of AB is D. Center point of BC, midpoint of BC is E, and midpoint of AC is F. And all these coordinates of D, E, F is given to you. This is given to you. What is the coordinate of D? Is minus 1 by 5, minus 5 by 2. It's minus 1 by 5, minus 5 by 2. These are the coordinates of D, right? This is the coordinate of D. Similarly, the coordinate of E, the midpoint, is given to you as 7 and 3. 7 and 3. And coordinate of the midpoint of the side AC is given to you as 7 by 2 and 7 by 2. It's 7 by 2 and 7 by 2. The first one is x coordinate, the second one is y coordinate. X, y, x, y. Abscissa ordinate, abscissa ordinate, abscissa ordinate. And it's given that, let me write, D, E, F are the midpoints. Midpoint of what? D is the midpoint of AB, E is the midpoint of BC, F is the midpoint of AC, respectively, right? D, E, F are the midpoint of AB, BC and AC respectively. So D is the midpoint of AB, E is the midpoint of BC, similarly F is the midpoint of AC. Okay, my dear friends? And the coordinates of DEF is given to you, right? Now, what is the area of the triangle ABC? So here what we will do, just connect D, E and F. Since all the coordinates of D, E, F is known to you, it's very easy to calculate the area of this triangle, isn't it? The triangle which is lying into the center, right? It's very easy to calculate the area of this triangle, isn't it? Tell me. So, what we will do, my dear friends, we will calculate the area of this triangle DEF, and we know the relation which we have already derived earlier, that area of the triangle ABC is equal to 4 times the area of triangle DEF, where DEF are the midpoints of AB, BC and AC, my dear friends, right? So we will be using this. We will be calculating area of the triangle DEF, this one, and after that we will multiply it with 4 to finally get the area of triangle ABC. So my dear friends, we are not knowing the coordinates of x and y coordinates of A, we are not knowing the x and y coordinates of B, we are not knowing the coordinates of C, right? Then how we will be using the triangle formula? When the triangle formula is there with you, okay, where all the coordinates is known to you, where x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3, where the coordinates of all the three vertex, then into that moment, if you remember, area of the triangle is given as half of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2, bracket close. All this is into the mod, right? We know this formula, but we are not knowing the coordinates of A, B and C. Then how we will be able to calculate the area of the triangle ABC? This will not be calculated. But we are knowing that when such midpoints is given to you, then the area of the triangle ABC is equal to 4 times the area of the triangle which is formed by joining the midpoints of all the corresponding 3 sides of the bigger triangle, right? So that's why we are having the relation area of the triangle ABC is equal to 4 times area of the triangle DEF, right? And we are knowing the coordinates of D, we are knowing the x and y coordinates of E, we are knowing the coordinates of F. So if you are knowing the DEF coordinates, then using this formula, just calculate the area of the triangle which is formed in blue color, right? So using the same formula, we are going to calculate area of the triangle DEF, my dear friends. And area of the triangle DEF equal to half of x1 into y2 minus y3. What is x1? x1 by 5. So minus 1 by 5 into y2 minus y3. What is y2? y2 is 3. y3 is 7 by 2. 3 minus 7 by 2. Plus x2. What is x2? x2 is 7. 7 into y3 minus y1. What is y3? 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2. That means 7 by 3 minus times minus becomes plus, plus 5 by 2, right? Like this. Plus x3 into y1 minus y2. What is x3? x3 is 7 by 2. 7 by 2 into y1 minus y2 minus 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2 minus 3, and this will give you the area of the triangle DEF. Now this will give you half into under the bracket minus 1 by 5 multiplied by 2 into 3 6, 6 minus 7 is minus 1, so it will be equal to minus 1 by 2. This will be the first term. After that, the second term, 7 times 3 into 2, 6 will be there, 6 as an LCM, and here 2 7 14, and here 3 5 15, right? So it will be coming as 3 into 2 6, 14 plus 15, right? Minus, here minus is taken as common, minus 7 by 2 into 2 into 3 6, 6 5 11 into 11 by 2, right? Now you can see, just see the coordinates. Minus 1 by 5 minus 5 by 2 are the coordinates of D. 7 and 3 are the coordinates of E, and 7 by 2 and 7 by 2 is the coordinate of F. Using that formula, half of x1 into y2 minus y3, x2 y3 minus y1, x3 into y1 minus y2. We just put up the values over here. Half of x1 that means minus 1 by 5 into y2 that means 3 minus 7 by 2, right? Plus x2 into that means 7 into y3 minus y1. y3 is 7 by 2. It's a 7 by 2. It's a 7 by 2, not 7 by 3. 7 by 2 minus y1, that is minus minus plus, so it will be 5 by 2, right? Plus x3 into y1 minus y2. What is x3? x3 is 7 by 2. 7 by 2 into y1 minus y2. y1 is minus 5 by 2. Minus 5 by 2 minus y3. Minus y2. y2 is 3. Right? So just write it. So minus 1 by 5 into minus 1 by 2 plus here 7 plus 5 12. 12 by 2. So this one will become 7 into 12 by 2, that is 6, right? Minus 77 by 4, right? So here you can see 7 into 6 12. When you just solve it, it will becomes 1 by 2 into, it becomes 1 by 10 plus 42 minus 77 by 4, right? And this will give you, when you take LCM I 10 into 4 40, right? 40, then 10 becomes multiply with 4 becomes 40, so 4 into 1 4 plus nothing is there, so 40 into 42 1680 minus 770, right? This is coming as equal to half of, when you just subtract 1680 minus 770, 1680 minus 770, it will become 910. So 910 plus 4, so it becomes 914 divided by 40. It will give you, 2 will divide 914 as 2, 4, 8, 2, 5, 10, 2, 7, 14. 457 by 40, right? When you just solve it, you will get the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle DEF. And when you just multiply it with 4, you will get the area of the triangle ABC, my dear friends. And in this way, we can solve this question also. You can just refer the shorts also for the details. So with this, we have seen how to solve such question, my dear friends. The main thing which we applied over here is area of triangle ABC is equal to 4 times area of triangle DEF, where DEF are the midpoints of AB, BC and AC respectively. And in this way, whatever be the area of this, if let us say the area of this smaller, the central triangle is x, then the area of the bigger triangle will becomes 4x, right? This we have seen into the proofs, right? Using that only we can solve this question, even if we are not knowing the coordinates of the vertices, right? So thank you so much for watching, my dear friends. Take care. Bye bye. See you into the next class.